How do you avoid using this tactic yourself? Well, you avoid it by recognizing what stonewalling is and knowing how it feels to be stonewalled. But do you still just stonewall anyway?
Sometimes it's inadvertent. I don't think it's a defense. Like I said before, I think it's a defense mechanism when you don't want to engage in a verbal conflict. You just walk away.
This isn't just a podcast. It's a reminder of what makes America stronger isn't a headline or a hashtag.
It's people, from the ones building our homes to the ones rebuilding their lives.
Veterans, tradesmen, neighbors, and volunteers. Real people doing real things.
Here we find common ground first, and then we work on our differences.
This is the Collective Perspective Podcast,
where purpose, people, and progress meet.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Collective Perspective Podcast. My name is Jeff, and I'm here with my best friend Travis. What's up, Trav?
What's up, Jeff? What's up, everybody out there? Glad to be back.
This episode, we'd like to talk about what is most overlooked conversation breakdown in relationships, stonewalling.
I don't.
Not a stone stare. It was kind of an awkward stare, but...
stonewalling. Yeah, that's...
Why do people do it? What effect does it have? How damaging is it?
So what is stonewalling?
Well, stonewalling is a deliberate shutdown of communication to avoid discomfort or credibility. Accountability, excuse me.
And I like taking the word at face value, stonewalling, putting up a stone wall so nothing else can get through, including your voice or any more conversation.
It leaves the other person feeling invisible and unheard and punished.
When it's done in that manner, I think there may be other portions to stonewalling, but where would you see it? No, we're not on that yet.
Yeah, sure. We're at where. Where would you see it? Where? Well, where do I often see it? My wife.
Well, you can have personal or professional. It can be in either place.
Yeah, but it was just kind of a joke. You didn't really laugh, but it's okay. Your wife is going to stonewall you probably more than anybody in any relationship they've ever had. But I think it's more of a, what do they call it?
It can be a defense mechanism.
Yeah, but it's more of like just a scientific fact that women get to a certain age where they're going to stonewall you all the time.
It's better than blue balling. Sorry. Kid jokes. Or gutter jokes, I should say.
Maybe it's a certain part in marriage where they stonewall you. You know, man, you come up with this idea. Maybe you and I come up with some crazy ideas, but then, maybe, hey, let's go take care of some things in the other room, and you get stonewalled. Was it the wrong moment? Was it the wrong time to say something?
Maybe.
And you didn't realize that she was in a bad mood, so you got stonewalled. I think stonewalled is a way of avoiding conflict, or maybe she didn't want to blow up on me and start an argument. So walking away is the best thing.
Yeah, sometimes I think stonewalling, stonewalling is leaving a conversation or leaving something immediately with no explanation. I think there's a way to make it not stonewalling. It's more of a cooling off period. Say, look, I need a moment. I'll be back. Put a time frame on it. It's not something that you're going to put off, but it's something that you're coming back to once you've collected yourself, collected your thoughts, so you don't get upset or blow up on somebody. And I think that when it's used incorrectly and someone just shuts you down and walks away, did they mean to do it like that? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe they don't know how to handle the emotion that was coming up in them and they couldn't respond properly to you.
Okay, I got the perfect place where stonewalling happens. Facebook. You want to know how Facebook stonewalls people?
How?
Or how somebody stonewalls somebody on Facebook? So let's say you're not happy about something political, or you're not happy about something political, or you're not happy about something political. No. And I have come across this too, where somebody will post something and you have to put your 2 cents in, and then you unfriend them and unfollow them and you move on. Or you just put that in there, you put what you have to say, and there's no response into that. It's just an attack.
It has no follow through, no follow up.
No follow through. I haven't been on social media, Facebook heavily for since October 25th. I would say that if I looked at my timeline on my phone, it's less than 3 minutes a week that I spend on Facebook. And it's liberating. You should try it. But you eliminate a lot of stonewalling, and then you're just down to your wife stonewalling you. No, but all serious, stonewalling happens because people don't have an argument too. Another place that happens a lot is, and I joked around being political, but on the political spectrum, people stonewall each other about certain things where, they probably should just sit down and have a conversation and work things out.
And I see that a lot as well. When someone brings up a soft subject or a sore subject with someone, they will ignore that subject altogether and change it right away. Change the topic, change the subject, and move away from it, and just basically put up that wall for whatever it is that they were asked, and move on to something else.
Well, let's face it. If you don't have a defense and you're guilty, but you want your narrative to surpass the other, then you don't want to talk to someone. You just want to stonewall them.
And yeah,
you don't want to have an open debate with them. If you wanted to have an open debate with them, you would have it. But instead, you decide to stonewall. If that's you, put it in the comments below. I'm just kidding. You're probably going to stonewall me now.
Well, but there's also an old saying that if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
You know what? I was going to say that earlier, but I didn't. Yeah, I'm glad you said it.
Well, we sometimes think alike, but no, and silence can be golden, but there may need to be some sort of parameter or a limit put on it. Say, look, I'm not going to talk about that subject right now. I don't have my thoughts in order. I don't have enough information about it, or whatever the case may be. Like I said earlier, hey, you're heated. If you continue talking about something, it can escalate quickly. So you say, look, I need a few moments. Let me come back to you in about 20. Let me cool off. Let me collect myself, and we'll finish this discussion.
Yeah, but I think stonewalling is that. You could say that, but I think you have to communicate that, or
Right.
have it some type of guideline to your relationship. Hey, the safe word is this. Just in case I say this, that means I'm going to walk away and I'm going to come back when I'm not emotional about it anymore.
And that's not easy to do.
I wouldn't say that's stonewalling. That is a short-term stonewalling, but
No, I don't think it is
healthy.
That's a healthy way to walk away from something. And the other party might not agree with it, but you're setting a timeline, a limit. Like, look, I'm not ready. We'll come back to this.
And when you get the silent treatment, that is a sure sign that they're shut out. That it's probably going to escalate from there. It's not going to get any better.
Yeah, the silent treatment I think it is a psychological move to make you feel invisible, or to really shut someone out like that.
So,
to punish, it's a punishment.
When do you think we recognize that we're being stonewalled, Travis?
When we're being stonewalled, or when we are stonewalled?
When do we recognize that we're being stonewalled?
When the silence goes longer than it should, I think, is when we would recognize it. And that could be seconds to minutes. I think we recognize it pretty quickly.
My wife told me this morning, she's like, don't give me your layers. statement. And I think when we talked about Dunbar's number, I think it's a lot easier to stonewall someone that's not in your level one, someone that you have an emotional relationship. If you missed that episode, your level one and your Dunbar's number is your family, people that you have an emotional daily relationship with. And when you get stonewalled by them, that's a lot different than being stonewalled by Andrew on. I don't know why I said Andrew. Okay, Andrew on Facebook.
Yeah, it means more when it's someone close to you. Yeah, Andrew, that's like, all right, well, sorry about your luck, pal.
Like, hey, man, I'm not going to let you live inside my head. Peace out. I'm stonewalling you for life. And I think Facebook is the place to stonewall people for life. You literally can do it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty powerful.
It is. But again, it's social media. How much influence did that person have over you to begin with?
If you're not having phone conversations and healthy conversations on social media, you probably shouldn't be friends. You should probably just unfollow and swallow or bathe in your own echo chamber.
Swallow what?
I meant like
swallow your pride.
Wade, yeah, swallow your pride. Wade in a pool of
despair.
Despair. So who tends to be the one stonewalling? No, I'm just kidding.
On a bigger picture,
I can stonewall too. I'm as good as a stonewaller as any stonewaller that could stonewall. I don't want to hear it, Travis.
Maybe
See, I'm practicing my stonewall.
Maybe women can be use it more. I don't know.
Who suffers the most from it? I think I do. I think I suffer the most when I get stonewalled. I don't like the feeling of being stonewalled. Do you?
No, I don't. Because you're expecting an answer, and if it doesn't come, then you're left feeling unimportant.
Well, let's face it. We discussed it earlier. The healthy way to not be in stonewall is a temporary stonewall.
Or setting limits or boundaries, yeah.
Setting limits and boundaries. These are all conversations that you have with your your non-narcissistic spouse. I'm not implying that mine is by any means. I'm just saying if you have a narcissistic spouse, then you should probably have this conversation, and they'll stonewall you about it. They're not gonna. How do you respond to stonewalling without losing your peace, Travis?
That can be tough. I'm not sure how to respond to stonewalling.
When was the last time you were stonewalled? Who stonewalled you?
My wife.
I knew it. What does she stonewall you about?
No, I would really have to think about that because I try to. Well, I don't like conflict, verbal conflict, verbal conflict that much, but I think when it comes to stonewalling, it's making large. Yeah, my wife, when she makes a large purchase, and I go to ask about it, and I get nothing.
Wow, she stonewalled you because she didn't want to tell you the answer.
I don't know.
That's a Poppy commercial right there, by the way.
I never heard what the response was.
Oh, you're still being stonewalled on that. Wow. That's a long-term stonewall. She built a wall, like a literal wall.
But, it comes down to fashion for her. So it was probably a purse.
Silence, I kill you. If you know Ahmed the terrorist. You know who the Ahmed the terrorist is?
Yeah.
Okay.
On a stick.
How do you avoid using this tactic yourself? Wow. You avoid it by recognizing what stonewalling is and knowing how it feels to be stonewalled. But do you still just stonewall anyway?
Sometimes it's inadvertent. I don't think it's a defense. Like I said before, I think it's a defense mechanism. When you don't want to engage in a verbal conflict, you just walk away.
Why does it feel everything we talk about is actually good or bad? So here's an example of stonewalling. The other day, my wife and I were going to go to lunch. And then she realized that she forgot something at the store, that she wasn't going to have time to go to lunch. So I literally just got out of the car and went back to work. And then she texted me, "Hey, do you want anything from the store for lunch?" And I stonewalled her. I did. I'm guilty of it. I stonewalled her and didn't answer her text. And then 10 minutes later, when she showed up at the store, she called me. Guess what? I stonewalled her again a second time. The reason I'm telling you this story is that when she came home and she said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I made that mistake and we couldn't go have lunch." And I said, "It's okay. I was just hungry."
So hangry
Yes.
led to your stonewalling.
But see, my point is I didn't hold this resentment for someone that I stonewalled. It was because I was hungry. It wasn't because I was mad at her. I was mad at the fact that I was hungry and I wasn't going to be able to eat. And no, I didn't want anything from the store. So, with that being said, we hope you watched this episode. We hope you don't stonewall us from here on out.
Hope you had as much fun as we did.
Yeah, I hope you got some laughs out of this one. Maybe some of the episodes were just too serious. But go stonewall someone. You'll know how it feels. So when you're being stonewalled, you know how to cope with it.
Peace out.
So, I don't know if that was the best advice, but